islands. Oh, okay. That's weird. A lot of loot down here.
Sweet, sweet loot. Now, when we're looting stuff here, we got to go a little bit slow because I want to make sure we don't loot anything that's new. A lot of deer hides.
Hide, fat, and thread.
That's all stuff we use for building. Building and crafting. Alright, looks like we're clear. That right there? That means that there's an event here that we can activate with our magic lamp.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let them out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave them there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Isn't the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Think of a rat swimming as
rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
They definitely do.
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
I want a rat now.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, nice.
Oh. You think they maybe accidentally released a plague? No, because there's no plague around here.
There's an apple. Did you see that? Look back.
I did see an apple.
How is there an apple? A whole uneaten... Like, there's rats everywhere.
Immersion ruined.
And
Okay, so I'm gonna tell her straight up we don't trust her. I'm gonna straight up tell this chick that we don't trust her. Yeah, I see what happens. Although I do kind of wonder if nice mods.
see, they can swim.
They can.
With a floaty.
With a floaty. Master's Armor Repair Kit? How much does that do? 90% of an item's durability restored. That's insane. That's awesome. Oh. Is there more? No, I don't think so.
CohhCarnage!
Himexia! Thank you very much for your sub, my friend. And
Good show!
awesome. Thanks for the backup, baby. F5, save it. Thanks, guys. Save it. Whatever you do, don't fall off the side.
Did you see that bed?
Yeah, all three of them.
No, there's like... Oh, it's light from the window.
Yeah.
CohhCarnage!
Hey, Platelis!
Good show!
Thank you very much for your sub, dude. I'm missing a lamp area still? I am. No.
Yes.
No, I think we got them all. Hold on, I'm gonna save
Wait,
it so
what
we
is
can...
that? Wait.
Hold on. I do see on the mini-map there's a lamp area, but we got all of them.
More down.
Yeah, no, I think that's the one in the basement.
CohhCarnage!
Let's just make absolutely sure. Still down. It's on this floor. Wait, here?
Yeah. Good fish.
No, it's not here. Yeah. It's definitely not lower. It's up here.
Maybe just use your lamp. No? Just use your lamp all around here.
It's a bug. You already got the optional bit. Oh. Wow. Playlist. No, buddy. Absolutely not, dude. Anytime you start something with spoiler in all caps, just erase it, man. Come on, dude. Not cool. Anyway. Let's try arting this area, maybe? No, I guess this has to be a bug. I feel like we already did something over here, too, so, yeah. Oh, yeah? Okay, Joe? Nice, dude. Very nice. Oh, wait. Oh, I was the door. Okay. Alright, let's tell this girl we're not doing it and see what she's gonna do.
She's gonna lose her
Hey,
mind.
Dugan. I know, she's probably gonna lose her
She's
freaking
gonna
mind.
go all ghost.
Go ghost commando on us, yeah.
Was that you or a
No,
rat?
it wasn't me.
Who else is in this building?
I got no clue. I'm wondering the same thing.
Alone. All have left me.
Alright, save it. Okay.
Will you help me now? You promised not to leave me here.
And to be fair, guys, as a heads up, Playlist actually didn't spoil because he was talking about the books. So that's technically not a spoiler. But we don't know that, and we may find that out in the game, which is why it's sort of a spoiler. But to be fair, it is from the books. So, yeah.
Really
And Mods,
sad
please, I hope you
story,
didn't ban him.
but
Hopefully just
something's
purged
not
him.
right.
If we can make sure he's
Got a
unbanned.
feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that
Stop! I will not hear this.
I can't help you? Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Dude.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me.
thought it was her.
Ghost
Oh, Jesus! What is that thing?
Are the rats attacking? The rats are attacking you.
Gotta catch them.
Jesus, man.
Did you get her?
No, she's going down. You can see her.
Oh,
She's like,
okay, I was gonna say.
oh, God, dude, that thing is hideous. I know, I just like rolled down the wooden stairs. That'd
You
be so
fell
uncomfortable.
down the stairs.
I don't trust any of you little rats. Get out of here. I don't trust you.
Hey, now.
I don't trust them.
They're not attacking you.
They're evil
Then
rats.
You're just a murderer.
You're a murderer.
No self-defense. They're not attacking.
You're self-defense. That's right. Where did she go? Oh, she's straight dipset, man. She's gone.
Got too busy trying to kill rats. You should have.
Oh my God, girl. I will end you with the fury of 1,000 suns. Just saying.
She went outside?
There she
Yeah,
is, right there. You can see her. Esther?
Alright, so what's up with the purple ring?
Purple ring is something I put down. It's called Eater to Trap Spirits. Did we get her?
What was that? It sounded for a moment like you joined the raids yourself.
Had to fight a pester.
A tester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
I don't think I killed her either. I think she poofed.
CohhCarnage!
Hey, Deathridge Craft. Thanks for the 5 months, man. Really appreciate that, dude. Guys, give Deathridge a warm welcome back. Hi. What's up?
You're very cute.
Dimitri is very cute. Dimitri says good morning, everyone. Right, Meats? Oh, look at that little eye. He's allergic to us, too. I'm allergic to cats, and Dimitri's allergic to humans. There you go.
I think he's allergic to pollen and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Is that better? That better? You good? You good, Meats? Dunk. RL.
He's not very mean.
He is not very amused by this at all. Nope. But he is really cute.
He's super cute. Look at that face.
Oh. Do dunk. Alright, let's go.
CohhCarnage.
Hey, Draven812.
Good show.
Awesome. Welcome, buddy.
Did you just... Dimitri was really cute right when you died. You were. Yeah.
I just got straight blasted. No, no, these are rot fiends. When they die, they explode. Right there, you see him? Boom. The problem is if you're next to them, they kill you. Hey, Flipvine, thanks for your sub. I didn't even get to finish that time. All right, cool.
No.
No, that's it. You did. You got it. I just got some monster saliva. No? Okay.
Dimitri apparently likes the microphone better than both of us.
He does. He likes being on camera. He's such a diva.
That's what that
Yeah, he is. Inix, what's going on? What's going on is we're trying to lift a curse, but we're not quite sure like what the curse is. Like apparently this family got cornered in a tower. They were all slaughtered by peasants, but there was this mage here doing experiments and he gave this girl a potion. Hey Lunsky, thanks for your 3 months, dude.
Are you sure? I won't interrupt you. Good show!
But yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on. We don't really know yet. You just sent her away, not killed. There's a guy from the Gwent coast in orbit. Okay, great. Oh, that means we get to play Gwent? Is that time I'm gonna start playing P1 again? There's no quest in the game.
It's called...
So Descalado, thank you very much for your sub, man. Dude, there's like no quests in EverQuest. You don't level from quests in EverQuest.
Ever.
No, you don't level in quest. Oh.
I want to talk.
You deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
What?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
Do we? Not really.
Is it Graham? Is this Graham?
This is Graham. Yeah.
What do you want of me?
What is up with his pants?
Like his pants.
What is up with this?
Don't act like that's not what I wear off stream.
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together.
Hey, Red Eye Monster, are you away?
Of
Or
course.
are you here?
It was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I
Oh,
was
thanks,
in the
Lunsky.
tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me soon as I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun into chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape.
Oh, he's
then
got a
she
little
drank
shrine
poison.
to her.
Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more,
You
please.
just tell her you're gonna sing it.
What exactly did you say?
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I remember
Oh.
I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she...
Yeah, let's not tell him
said
how
you
she
spoke to
died.
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
She was alive the whole time, but... It can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault, bro.
It's not your fault.
Not your fault,
no
man.
guilt in not knowing.
It's not your
and
fault.
You couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
So we trust the ghost
Still
now?
there, in the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though.
It's a little
In
weird,
death,
isn't it?
Annabelle turned into a pesta.
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Pester.
Yep, here we go.
What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
Annabelle thinks you've abandoned her.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me.
I wish we would have known like
And
how
all
much
this
time passed
she
between
thought I
these.
ran, abandoned her.
Yes.
What's
Go
going on
to
with
the
Geralt's
tower.
hair?
Talk to her.
Oh, dude.
Maybe you can convince her
windy
that's
outside.
not how
Victoria,
it was.
Victoria's Secret
Thought
model,
she
bro.
died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
CohhCarnage!
Good show!
Welcome back, buddy. Thank you
A
for it.
curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its
What load
power,
of
free her
awesomeness.
and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one
Well,
condition.
nice, but
That it's a
nice
kiss from
too.
someone whose love is true.
Sorry, I just like pointing at your boobs
I
and
said
like,
I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
you're not there.
I'm no
So I can just
coward.
point
I'll
at
not
the
run
giveaway
this
and be
time.
like, okay,
CohhScriber!
meet you there.
Nothing.
Thank you, Sir
Meet me by
Shen.
the
3
tower
months.
on Fyke Isle.
Good. I'll await you there.
Okay. Save it. There we go. Alright, so he's going to go over there solo, so he can get killed by all the stuff there. We're just going to loot this town. Because, you know, that's what we do. It's how we roll, bros.
CohhScriber!
Current before 21.
Good show!
Awesome. Thank you for joining us,
Fuss at
bud.
me once now, and
I didn't
do
fuss
know
at you.
if
There was no fussing.
You said I interrupted you, which
Girl,
I did,
there-
in fairness. I totally did. But, now I'm gonna wait for Keith.
Girl, you ridiculous. Alright, let's go over to Orioton, because that sounds delicious. I want to see if there's a Gwent player here. But yeah, is Red Eye Monster here? I'm dropping frames like crazy? No, I'm not. I haven't dropped frames for a while, man. Who is this lady next to me, Predatilus? That's my wife. My wife, Lena.
Do you want water?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna finish my coffee. Yeah, for those saying that I'm dropping frames, I actually haven't dropped frames for the last hour. Famous last words, right?
You know,
but that being said, if right now you're getting frame drop, try reloading the page. Get all the loot. All right, who are you? You are peasant, so you're not important.
Co-scriber!
Good
Sabster!
show!
How about we just do that? After I say the name, you're good to go. If I say the name, you're good to go. Beat, cool. Okay, great. No, not beat. No.
Where'd you come
Build
from?
your boats in Pinewood?
Of course not. Wench dragged me some pine so I'd make her a cradle.
Boat business not booming?
Not well at all. Ain't no fish.
Yeah, it's not, you know, that cursed island or anything.
See you later.
Just the lack of fish.
Okay.
Well
So
tell me.
here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do.
We're off.
So I'm gonna do this next game of Gwent kind of like a small tutorial. So mods, if you could write down 3:43. I'm 3 hours and 43 minutes into this broadcast, and if we could let Red-Eyed Monster know that later, so we can make this a highlight, we're gonna make a Gwent tutorial so people can, you know, watch a quick vid and know exactly how to play the game. So mods, right now we're at about 3 hours and 43. If someone could just pop that in mod chat with a ping to Red-Eye Monster so he knows to highlight it here. Let's do it.
You again.
I have not.
Okay, so this is cool.
Missed a sub.
I missed a sub. Oh, Tip Top Turtle.
Good show!
Awesome. Okay.
Heard you're a good boatwright and an even better card player.
You want to play?
So I'm gonna do this tutorial, and you tell me, like, by the end of it, you should know how to play. And if you have any questions,
Oh, this is the card game.
let me know. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Always ready for a round.
All right. So this is where we are going to begin our tutorial for Gwent. So Gwent is the card game in Witcher 3. It was inputted and created to be a less RNG way to have mini games in the game. So Gwent is basically done. You have your first. Let's start at the very beginning. These buttons at the top go through the 4 different factions. Every faction has a perk, and a perk is like a special ability. So at the beginning of the game, you generally only have enough cards for the Northern Realms. That's what you start with. The Northern Realms perk, draw a card from your deck whenever you win a round. Don't worry about that now. Every realm, every faction also has a leader. You can get leader cards that later will unlock more abilities. And your leader card is kind of like a faction perk, except you can trigger it once per game. So that's a good way to think about it. Your faction perk works at the end generally of every round, and then the leader is like an ability you can use. Now the leader doesn't count towards anything else in the game, so it's just an ability. And we'll go from there. So what you do at the beginning, all these stats in the middle determine your deck. Your deck is on the right. So there's unit cards, weather cards, and then special cards. Weather cards are also special cards. You can only have 10 special cards in your deck. So if you go to like your weather cards and you take one out of your deck, you can see it goes down. And then you put it back and you can add it back in to make it 10. Only the cards on the right side of the screen will be played during that game of Gwent. So you want to make sure that that you build your deck properly. Now, one of the things you're wondering is, okay, well, how do I build my deck? Well, that's going to come with learning, and it's also going to depend on what cards you get as you win Gwent throughout the game. One thing to consider, though, if you notice, I have a lot of very low power cards on this side. That's kind of what you want to do. You want to make sure your deck has kind of your strongest cards.
You have to, like, is this like where you have mana you have to tap to bring in?
Not really. The way that it works is your unit cards have 3 specific values. They have the power of the card, where that unit is played on the board, and then some of them have an ability. Now, some cards, like Sheila de Tanzerville here, she doesn't have an ability. Okay. So she is just a unit. She is an archer unit with 5 power. However, some cards do have abilities. Like this guy, for instance. You can read the ability right down here, Tight Bomb. Or Tight Bond. If you place a Crinfid Reaver Dragon Hunter next to another one, they both double in power. So that's just an example. This card here, for instance, when you bring this card into play, you can pick a card from your discard pile and just play it. Awesome. Some cards have some very unique abilities. Like this card, you actually play it on the opponent's board, so they get the power of the card, but then you get to draw 2 cards. So theoretically, if you played this card, and then you drew 2 cards, and it was like, you know, 2 Crinfield Reavers, for instance, then you'd be set. But you could also play this card, for instance, and maybe get a bad draw, get like a weather card and a card you don't need. In that case, it wouldn't be good. But this, again, is going to come with your deck building. So anyway, that's enough. I don't want to go too much into this before actually seeing the game. So let's go to the actual game here. So this is your main board here. At the very beginning of the game, you get 10 cards, and you can choose to have 2 cards redrawn. So what we'll do is we'll look through our cards here. Now, all our cards are decent. But let's go ahead. This guy is only a 1. Now, the bonus is cool because it gives extra damage to the other stuff in your hand. But for now, just to show you how this works, we'll go ahead and redraw it. So you redraw by double-clicking. So we just got a Crinfield Reaver. So that was a pretty good trade. Now, right now, we only have 1 Crinfield Reaver. So basically, right now, he's just a 5 attack. He's not gonna be able to use a special. So what we'll do is go to her. And what's kind of interesting right now is we have this card that has Tight Bond. So if we had 2, that would be really strong. And we have this card, which has Tight Bond. So if we got another one of those, he'd be really strong too. So what we'll do is we'll try to get one of these or one of these by doing another redraw of a card of similar value. And it didn't work, unfortunately. Now, we did redraw a card that was 1 more power, so that was okay. But anyway, we'll go from there. So this is how the game is played. This is your side. There's your melee, your archer, and your siege. This is the opponent's side. Melee, archer, siege. Now, the point of the game, there are 3 rounds. Every time you lose a round, you lose one of these red jewels. But here's where it gets really interesting. You only get these cards for the entire game, unless you do something special or have a faction perk. Bingo. So what's very interesting is there's 3 rounds, but we could technically keep playing rounds until we each have 1 card left in the first round. Like, if you don't manage your cards properly, then what'll happen is that you will actually, like, you may win the first round, but if you don't have enough cards for the next 2, then the opponent's going to win. So just as much as it is managing the battlefield, it's also managing your cards and how many opponents you have to your card, to your opponent. So what we'll do, this guy played this card, just a basic 2. Oh, a Bike Man raid. Thanks, Bike. Sorry, we're running a little tutorial right now for YouTube, so I'm really sorry I can't respond to that properly. But big thank you to Bikeman, and if you're watching this from YouTube, go to twitch.tv/Bikeman and toss him a follow right now. He's awesome. Member of my streaming group. A real badass. Bike, thanks for that. Right? Awesome. Okay, so anyway, he just played a basic unit that has Tight Bond. So if he played a second one, then they would both become 4. But what we're going to do, we're just going to do a basic counter. So we're going to throw this down here. So now it's his turn. Let's see what he's going to do.
It's a turn within the same round. You guys
Yes,
are taking turns
we're taking turns within the same round. That's correct.
And so when you decide to progress to the next round, is it like fight?
You'll see that in just a second. Okay. Now, but interestingly enough, this number right here is the total power of the enemy. This is the total power of us. Whoever has the most when the round is over wins that round. So now here's what's interesting though. You see right here where it says space, press hold to pass? If I were to pass right now, then he would immediately pass next turn. His 8 would be more than my 5, and he would win.
Okay.
But here's the thing. When you pass in this game, and I didn't know this for the longest time, totally screwed me up. But when you pass in this game, you don't pass your turn. You pass that round. So what that means is that the other player can keep playing cards as long as he wants to. So that's very important to mention. Okay. It's not just like you can pass your turn, he plays a card, then you get to play a card. You pass your turn, he gets to play as many cards until he wins. So right now, let's say we put, let's put another just basic card down. We'll put down Sheila. So now we're winning. So now he can't pass or he'll lose. So he plays an Imperial Brigade. Now this is another one of those ones that gets more powerful if there's the same card type next to it, but they're different, so nothing happens. So we are actually going to do something a little bit different. It's still early in the game, and we're very close in power. So we're going to play our spy. Now this is going to give him more power, but it's going to give us 2 cards. So we just got 2 really good cards. Now, Uh-oh.
He got...
Now, he just did that, which was really good. Now, there's, these cards right here are really nice. Because what they do is I can put this card in any of my rows, and it will double the power of that row. So it's a great card. But here's the problem. This row right here is really dangerous. There's one big gotcha in this game, and that's weather. And what weather does is it takes out people on both sides, but it reduces all of both of the round. Like both, if we, for instance, exactly. Well, here's the thing. There's 3 types of weather. One does melee, one does range, and one does this. Now, unfortunately, this one is the ranged one. You can see right here. Sets the strength of all ranged combat units to 1.
Which is not the archer.
Which is the archer. So if we played this right now, the only thing it would do is reduce our power.
Yeah.
That's right, which we don't want to do. Now I thought that one was the melee one, so I'm kind of sad. But that's okay. So what we'll do, he is clearly winning right now. So we need to decide how we're going to approach this. So we're going to do a death mold. And let's see what he does. So see, he just passed.
Because he thinks he's won.
Because he thinks that he has a chance to win. So what we can do, yes, we need to beat the, right now we have 9 to tie or 10 to take the win. So what we'll do is we'll go 1, 2, pass. And we win the round. Now, our faction perk means we get to draw a card at the beginning of the round because we won.
You're always managing your deck, though.
You're
because that's
always
all
managing
the
your
cards
deck.
You
got it. That's exactly right. So another thing to consider is we haven't yet used our ability for our big guy. And the ability for our big guy is actually really good. Doubles the strength of all your siege units. So all the units back here. Now we do have a couple siege things. So what we'll do first, check this out. We're going to play the siege unit that has the ability to bring back a discarded warrior. Now, what's important to mention is any discarded, anytime a round ends, all those cards go to your discard pile. So what we can do is we can play this. No, go ahead.
I wasn't sure if he had to die first or not, but it looks like he doesn't have to die when you play him.
No, when you play him, like this right here is our discard pile. So what we can do at this point is go in and pick this. Now, what's really interesting that I don't know is I've always wondered what would happen if you brought back a card that has the ability to bring back a card. Like, I'm wondering if that means you could bring, like, all 3 back. So we're just going to, right now, this is going to be it. We're just going to pick our highest power card and bring him back. So you can see there it goes, and it's back in play.
Oh, and it goes back in play, not to your deck.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh my god!
That's
10 is the highest damage you can have in a card. So he just basically said, okay, fluff you, we're doing it live. So what we're going to do is fluff you, your damage is 1. So he just lost 9 attack power. Now here's the thing, he has 5 cards. So there's a chance, for instance, that he may have something called clear. Oh, he just brought a card back. And he just brought a spy back that I played, which means he got to draw 2 cards. So that was really smart.
Yeah.
That was really smart. But at the same time, now I have 5 more attack power, which is good. So, and notice this is actually 0. So he actually didn't, like, that doesn't even, all that did was bring a unit back. That's all it did.
Well, and it has, oh, and that's with the little heart.
Yep. So what we're going to do, we're going to play this siege guy. And that's going to add 1 to him, because it adds 1 for every other round, or every other card on his row. Jesus, dude! That's a hero card. All that means is that card's really, really good. And that's a big problem for us.
Does this mean that this guy's deck, like, or not his deck, but like the cards?
There's his deck up there.
So, but
he's got really good cards. Yes, he's got really good cards. That's what that means. So we're going to do a couple things here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to play this. Now, that brings us... Are you kidding me? This guy had 3 10-power cards in his deck. I don't want to know what the guys are going to be playing down the road are. Just saying. This is insane. Okay. So we still got some tricks left, though. We still got some tricks left. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do this. That's going to double this power's row, or this row's power, which is good. We're back in the lead. He has 4 cards left, though. Yeah. So, and apparently they're strong as well. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to keep up with power on him. So now we're tied. Yeah, she goes down to 1, that's true, but now we're... Are you joking? Okay. Now, thankfully, we had weather there, or that would have been like another 10. But just...
But you only have 1 card.
Check this out, though. Watch this.
Okay.
We're going to use this ability to double our back row. So now we're at 34. He has 2 card... I've never in my life... This is like the worst... This is the worst deck we could have picked for this.
5 or 6?
I can't believe this deck we're playing. He is... He has the, like...
5.
The only thing we can do is use our horn. We just got out-decked. There's nothing we can do.
And you have no...
And now we have no cards
you have
left.
1 card, because you're going to get 1.
So, see, here's where it gets a little bit
But
interesting.
he's got 1 card.
But he's got 1 card, so he wins. But here's the thing, look. The Nilfgaard ability is if there's ever a tie, then Nilfgaard always wins. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because get this. What I could have done is I could have saved one of my creature cards and passed. And he definitely would have won that round. But I would have had a creature card to play in the 3rd round. And if I put that creature card down and he only had 1 card left, if his card wasn't a creature card, I would have won. So, just because you have an inferior deck, I still could have won that round if I had played it properly. So there's a whole bunch of strategy during this game that doesn't necessarily just always mean your deck. I could have won that game if I had played it properly. But I didn't space my creature cards out, so I entered the 3rd round with 0 cards, immediately passed, and that was it. So anyway, I hope this has been a good tutorial. Even though I lost, hopefully you still got a pretty good idea about how this game works. I am by no means a great Gwent player, and I only have 1/3 of the cards. In fact, I don't even have enough Gwent cards to play any of the other factions yet. So if you keep watching my Witcher playthrough, eventually I will have every card, and we will be trying lots of fun Gwent strategies. I may also write a Gwent guide down the road, maybe even one for each of the factions, because honestly, I really enjoy this. But anyway, if you're watching from YouTube, hope you follow my channel, twitch.tv/CohhCarnage. Thank you to my lovely wife for helping me with this tutorial, and we will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Awesome! Okay, so we're going to put that on YouTube later. Big thank you for everyone for holding tight during that. I know a lot of you guys know how to play Gwent, so, you know, that's the last thing you want to see.
Bad luck at
But
cards means good luck at love. Proven true in my case. Wench I live with's not fit for nothing.
wow. So what we're going to do is reload. Because you can lose a card if you lose. And I don't want to lose a card. This is also known as save scumming. Yes, that's what this is. And you will see a lot of that here on the channel. Yes.
Totally cheap.
Yes, totally cheap. Yes. By the way, big thanks to everyone. We passed 310,000 followers today. Thank you guys. And again, also a big thank you to Bike Man for the raid. My budgie just decided to go ham. I don't know if you guys heard
You're a
that.
good boat right, and an even better card player.
Wanna play?
Oh, Red Eye. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, Red Eye. If we could end that highlight right after my thanks, that'd be perfect. Thank you, buddy.
Always ready.
All right, so this time we need to do it a little bit.
So
Ooh.
tell me.
But you're gonna play again.
Yeah, I am. We have to beat this
What are
guy.
you gonna play with the? Okay.
I'm gonna play with the same deck. There's 2 things.
Same deck?
Yes. Now here's the thing. Remember, there's 34 cards in my deck, and it randomly picks 10 of them.
Yeah.
So every game can be totally different.
well,
like, look, boom, right here. We
That's
got
like-
2 of these guys.
That's
Awesome.
Like Magic the Gathering's all
Yes.
about building your deck, and having a big deck is not necessarily.
And this ability is amazing on a high level card. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 catapults. I only have 1 catapult right now. But chirp, 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 chirp,
You
chirp.
need to trade,
Chirp, 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 chirp.
obviously.
I
your
do.
Cards.
Ooh.
Is that 2 of those guys?
Oh, we got Bess, but she's still good. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's use these guys right at the beginning. Let's just get these guys in play and see how he reacts. Who is this?
Cersei.
Queen Cersei? Yeah. I remember her from 2. Yeah, what's really cool is all of the cards are like characters from the game, so it's a lot of fun. Boom! Now watch, he's gonna play a weather card to rain out the front row. I was kidding you, dick. What a jerk. So let's go ahead and play our spy, because guess what? Now he's reduced to 1. So awesome. That's fine. Take my 1 for 2 cards. Hey, we got Siegfried. It's bro-free. Let's do a Sheila. Good. Please. Now, the thing that also sucks about hero cards, they don't get reduced. So rude, man. So rude. Man, we are far behind this round. And look, all these 3 cards are melee, so we can't, there's no point playing them. We could go ahead and hit the siege this round. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. Let's use our ability, because that'll get us 16 points of power.
You think so? That's all you got.
Let's save our ability. Oh! I know exactly what we're going to do. Watch this play. This is going to be awesome. First of all, we're going to do this. Then we're going to win. Okay. Perfect. Now we get to draw a card. Beautiful. Now the only thing we need to really hope at this point... What is your special ability, Commander Guy? Draw a card from your opponent's discard pile. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, now check this out. Ready? We're going to play you. We're going to bring back the catapult. And then next round, we're going to use our commander's ability, which is going to double the back row. Well, shit. Maybe not. Let's go with best.
You got some melee. Yeah.
Yeah, we got melee.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't have another frost guard, or we are just so bald. And of course, not affected by weather.
Alright. We got an old guy and a chubby guy.
We got Brofreed's gonna save us. Okay. Now, do we want to go for a win? Why would you not go for a win? Because remember what happened last round? Exactly. That's exactly right. He only has 3 cards left. So there's only... Now, if he has, like, 2 more 10 cards, that's going to be a huge problem. And he can also... He has not used his ability yet to draw a card from my discard pile. Which, theoretically, if I'm thinking about this right, if he had 0 cards, he could trigger that ability at the beginning of round 3 and have a card. And if he were to get lucky and get a good card from my discard pile, that could be trouble. But I think for now we're going to go ahead and stay even. Let's see if we can see what some of these cards are here. There's his ability. So he just got... What did he get? Shit, I didn't see it. It even showed it for a second. Yeah, it did. But I didn't see what it was. We're going to save this catapult for the next round. He just brought back a spy and got 2 more cards. Shit. Shit.
He did that last time too.
He did.
So the spy comes from your deck or his deck?
CohhCarnage!
The spy comes from... I played the spy, but the spy goes on his board.
Yes.
So at the end of the round, it goes in his discard pile.
Yes.
So he played a card.
Yes,
where,
no,
yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, both games, did the spy that he has used against you come from you?
Yes.
Yeah,
In
so
fact,
maybe-
I don't even know if the Nilfgaardian side has spies. So he has to do that. He's used that twice. Yep, it's really smart. That's what I would have done on his side too. What is this?
People are saying
Range
you should
combat.
pass.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Which really sucks.
Yeah, you need...
Because he's probably gonna win this round. But let's do it. Here we go. Let's see what he's got. This is basically the equivalent to making him show his cards. Like, okay, there's 1, 4 left. It's gonna double their power. Shit. shit. And as a Nilfgaard, he wins on a draw. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 3 cards left.
Yeah, you didn't
The
get a card,
fact
so
that he would start with a weather card is very strange.
that makes me feel like he doesn't have a lot of cards left, but something to realize here, and somebody said this in chat earlier. You didn't get an extra card because you lost.
I lost,
the
that's
round.
right. Yep. So here's what we're gonna do. I also haven't
So you
used
only-
my siege ability yet. So what we could do is play this guy. Hope he doesn't have that. A spy?
So they do have spies.
They do, but he's a really high power spy. That's like you want your spies to be as low power as possible. That's why that 0 one was really good. But we're gonna do this. This is gonna put us back in the lead. We may have beaten this guy. We may have beaten this guy. He has 2. Here's the deal. He is 18 behind. So in these 2 cards, he has to either have 2 10s, which we know in this deck is possible. He could very well have that. But it's very strange again that he played this first, because usually they try to play higher level cards. So here we go. This is it. We're just gonna pass. There's one of them. But it's in the back row and it's not a hero. Another spy. We did it. We did it.
Rules say the card's mine.
Aye, 'tis indeed. Gods, believe you're good enough to try